Next, Michelle Watson is using the experience of having a child with special needs to try and help others in similar situations. She's now a best-selling author and life coach. She runs workshops in her native Tottenham to try and help members of the community overcome their problems. And she's here now to tell us more. Michelle, at what point was it that you decided you wanted to use the experiences to going out there and help others?
You know what? Firstly, it happened with my son. Because there was an incident that happened with him where he got arrested at the age of 10 because they weren't aware of his condition. And I met a lady that had a child with similar symptoms as my son. And she was in tears that afternoon. And I went up to her, spoke to the little boy, and she was amazed. And she was like, he's never responded to anyone in that way. And I just realized that the experience that I've had can actually help someone and make a difference. And that's when I just decided to, write my book. And from there, people were reading it and they were saying, this story sounds a lot like me. And that's when I decided to make that step.
You're running workshops. What's the response been from people you've spoken to in the community?
It's been amazing. The first one that I did, when I spoke at an event, and it really shocked me, the feedback that I got, because people were like, oh my God, you encouraged me. And what they liked was the fact that I was being so real, so open. And I think that's very important to people. They want to know that what you've been through, you're not trying to scheme over certain things and keep certain things under the carpet. And it really allowed people to be open to me. I received emails, telephone calls, and it's been very encouraging. And that's what's kept me going.
I wonder as well whether there's an element of, you see life coaches and people help you, and they often seem unattainable, these successful people doing, you're someone from that community. Do you think that had an impact? People were seeing you, actually, you grew up nearby, you know how it works. Do you think that had an impact?
I believe it's had an impact. And the reason for that is they've seen my story. You tend to see life coaches and you tend to think, oh, everything's perfect in their life and everything's going well. But when they see someone like me, they've seen someone that has been where they've been, gone through certain things that they have gone through. And I've been very open and honest about it and not been ashamed to speak about it. So someone seeing me would be able to say, okay, at that point in my life, but it doesn't mean that it's ended or that's where my full stop is. If she's doing something and doing all of these changes, I can do it too. And I think that's very important to many people.
So if someone's watching, they want to find out more, how can they?
Definitely they can go into www.breakfreeforever.com. They can see all the events that I'm doing. I'm on Twitter. I do a YouTube channel as well where I speak about experiences that people go through. And they can send any messages there.
You're certainly busy. Michelle Watson, thank you very much for coming on to London Live and telling us your story. We're going to have to take a quick break here on London Live News, but still to come this evening.